Hi everyone, Carrie Lee here with Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, and today's video is all based on stress, and these are some actual tangible tips that you can use and incorporate in order to decrease the stress levels in your life, because stress is brutal to the body. It is really hard on us psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. It's related to a vast array of different types of diseases, everything from immune system dysregulation, so you can end up with either more sickness like common colds and flus more often, or viruses and things like that, or also it's related to autoimmune disease. It's related to heart attacks and digestive issues and high blood pressure and high blood sugar, all sorts of different things. So these are some things that you can use in order to decrease the stress levels in your life. Number one is take 5 deep, controlled, slow, relaxing belly breaths or diaphragmatic breaths. So what you want to do is place a hand over top of your belly. You're going to breathe in through your nose and let the belly expand outwards, and then breathe out through your mouth and feel the belly come back into relaxed position. So do 5 of these and you should see your stress levels decrease rapidly. Another thing that you can do is to tighten up every single muscle in your entire body, including your facial muscles, and then just relax them. So tighten them up, tighten them up, tighten them up, and then just relax them. And practice this around 3 to 5 times, or you can even practice it up to 10 times, and you should feel the stress levels decrease and all that extra lactic acid and then extra tightened up energy relax away from your muscles. Also, when you start to feel stressed, stop and notice what emotions are coming over you, and then try to focus on how you would rather feel. So if you're feeling stressed out and anxious and nervous and tight and whatever, try to focus on feeling the opposite of those emotions. So relaxed and stress-free and laid back and all these sorts of things. And if you focus on feeling those emotions instead, chances are that's where the pendulum will swing. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. We typically pile so many things on our plates and really just overexert ourselves. So definitely don't overcommit. But if you're really kind of stuck in a pickle, ask your family and loved ones to help you out if there's something that you need help with, instead of overexerting yourself and stressing yourself out and running yourself too ragged. Also, try to smile on a daily basis. So think of someone that makes you laugh or someone that makes you smile, or watch a funny video or whatever. And the smiling as well as laughter itself is extremely healing. It releases basically what's also known as the runner's high, or an endorphin rush, just from laughing. And plus you get, if you notice when you laugh, you're, obviously breathing quite heavily and a lot of inhale and exhaling out of air. And this is also great for the body as well and moves oxygen around the body. So definitely laughter and smiling is very healing. Also, take a walk in nature. I've discussed in my previous videos just how healing nature can be, and even in studies when used in replace of antidepressants or anti-anxiety medication, walking in nature, especially around big, large, mature trees, is extremely healing, and even more healing than antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. Another thing that I like to tell clients that are quite high stress of mine is to keep a stress diary. So keep track of what makes you stressed. Is it at the same time every day? Is it when you're with the same people or at the same setting? Now, obviously, you can't cut people out of your life necessarily, or up and quit your job if that's what stresses you out. But maybe by being more aware about what makes you stressed and how you exhibit your stress emotions, you can now gain control over that. Also, it's important to only set achievable goals for yourself and have an action plan for how you're going to accomplish them. So don't, set these extremely unattainable goals and, that are completely unrealistic in nature. Set goals that you will be able to achieve and attain, even if it's pushing you just a little bit, but don't push yourself so far that completely they're unattainable, and that way you're stressing yourself out on a day-to-day basis that you're never going to be achieving these goals that you've set up for yourself. Live with purpose and live with passion. So make sure that you're doing something, if you can, on a daily basis, or at minimum on a weekly basis, things that you're passionate about. So if you're passionate about reading, or you're passionate about, going to see music live, or whatever it is that really makes your hair stand up on end in a good way, if you know what I mean, then definitely try to include those things in your life. Also, it's important not to become victim to energy vampires. What I mean by this is, the people that you tend to get together with and they seem to really just suck the life or suck the energy right out of you. Well, put up an imaginary force field and make sure that this doesn't happen. Make sure that they cannot drain your energy. And also spend limited time with them and only talk about light subjects if you can. So just a couple of tips there that you can try to use with those energy drawing or energy vampires. Also, I like to use affirmations during stressful events. So things such as, this too shall pass, or I can do anything that I put my heart and mind into. Practice these affirmations, say them over and over again, and it might just help you get through those difficult times. Also, I like really listening to music, and whatever music it is that you find that touches your soul or puts you in a good mood, listen to that type of music because it will really work to calm and relax the central nervous system and actually decrease the stress hormone, which is known as cortisol. Also, try to look at a stressful event that you're stuck in from an outside perspective. So if you're in an argument or a fight with someone that you're in a relationship with or family or whatever it is, try to kind of put yourself from an outside perspective and sort of look at the situation looking in or looking down on the situation. So you might also gain some perspective on how the other person might feel, but then also by taking, kind of like a step back and out of your shoes, it might actually work to kind of calm and relax you instead of you feeling so agitated or angry or upset at the situation at hand. Also, there's something called alternate nostril breathing, and this is actually great, I find, for not only sort of like mental fuzziness and brain fog, but it's also great for decreasing stress levels. So what you're going to do is place a finger over top of your one nostril and breathe in, and then hold it, and then put your finger over your other nostril and breathe out through your mouth, like that. So you can practice that up to 20-25 times, and this actually has been scientifically proven, again, not only to increase your oxygenation in your brain, so basically decreasing brain fog and sort of like that mental haziness that we may feel, especially first thing in the morning, sort of that groggy feeling, but it's also wonderful for decreasing cortisol and decreasing your stress levels. Aromatherapy. I absolutely love my aromatherapy oils, and some great ones that you can try that are known to decrease stress are things such as citrus, like orange, mandarin, and lemon, which are my all-time favorites, bergamot, rose, sandalwood, lavender, eucalyptus or mint, chamomile. Those are all very, very calming scents, and they're very calming to our central nervous system. So make sure that you try to put that in a diffuser, and or even just open the bottle itself and take a little sniff, and that might actually really work to decrease your stress levels at the time. Also, try having a hot shower or a hot bath. There's something about water that is also very healing. So if you have access to a hot tub or a pool, or even better yet, you live by a lake or the ocean where you can take a swim, water is extremely, extremely healing. But if you don't have these options, even just a hot bath or a hot shower, especially with some Epsom salts, if you have a hot bath, will definitely pull out the toxins and pull out the stress from your body. Also, just for one day, try to forget about how much is on your plate and just go enjoy yourself, or even if it's an evening in. But make sure that you're not doing errands around your house or housework or dishes or laundry. Make sure you cut all that off and just have an enjoyable evening for yourself. Or better yet, if you can, try to go away for a mini vacation. So if you can't afford to go away for a week and travel somewhere south or somewhere tropical, try just doing a weekend excursion somewhere near to you. So me here being in the GTA, we're very lucky to have Niagara Falls and Niagara-on-the-Lake, as well as Toronto within an hour's drive. And there's some great websites out there right now that you can get a discounted vacation for, less than a couple $100s. So try to just go away with a loved one or even by yourself, just for some time to rejuvenate and relax and come back refreshed. Because sometimes that's the best thing that you need, especially when you're trying to get things done and you have goals set up in your life. Sometimes just a little bit of a relaxing vacation before time will actually kind of kick you into high gear. Also, talk it out with somebody that won't criticize you. So you sometimes just need the people in your life or loved ones or a good friend that just has an ear that will listen to you. So they won't criticize you, even if it's constructive criticism, they'll just really listen to you and just kind of be there to hold your hand and talk it out. Also, dogs and pets are known to be very healing. So if you have a dog or a cat or some other pet, try to spend some quality time with them because A, you're going to be smiling a lot more, which we know is very healing, and B, they just do something to us. They just sort of take over and really cause the parasympathetic nervous system to get into high gear, which therefore will decrease the sympathetic or the fight or flight nervous system. Also, try to get up and dance, especially if you like music. Who cares if you look silly, and who cares if you're just dancing by yourself, first thing in the morning, if you've got a music video on in the background. Just make sure the curtains are closed. A little bit of a word of advice there. But just dance around, because not only is this just a little bit of exercise to get your blood circulating and oxygen circulating throughout the body, but will definitely create an endorphin rush, especially if it's to your favorite music, and will decrease your cortisol and your stress levels. And then just the last thing here that I've got is think of the glass as half full. So try to be an optimistic person. I mean, you can be realistic in life for sure, and in that way you're kind of seeing both sides of the coin. But sometimes, especially if you're under high stress, try to think of the glass as half full or be optimistic about things. You'd be surprised how much that will help you. So please check me out on Facebook. You can find me at Pura Vida Vitality and Nutrition, or check out my YouTube channel, Carrie Lee RHN, for some great more health tips coming your way.